saving you by the grace of God and blessing you without your works so that people can see past you and see the grace of God. And see the grace of God. Somebody say, Lord, use me. Just use me. If you want to use my life to draw people to you, God, use me. I'm available for you to use. I'm available for you to bless. I'm available to manifest the divine grace of God. Manifest the grace of God through me, God. You could use my life. You could use, I'll be your billboard. Hey, God. Oh, God.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
So God's supreme motive is to bless you with the grace of God that you don't have to work for, so everybody can see it's not work, it is the gift of God. And then when they see it's the gift of God, he will shame all the intelligence and all the principalities and all the powers and all the rules. He breaks all the rules when people say you have to too. Yes. You're supposed to do this, do this. You got to do this. He breaks all those rules when he just blesses you with the grace. Yes. And they say this don't make no sense. And he sit back and say, I know. When they're confused, trying to figure out how this is happening for your life, when they know, they think they know. They think they know. When they think they know your past. And they're confused, and he sits back and says, this is the grace of God. That Jesus Christ or the grace of God may be revealed. Things God do out of his grace is so that Christ may be revealed. If it was due to you to do all the work, it wouldn't show Christ. It'll just show you. Everybody look at you and say, he's a really good person. She's a really good person. She worked all the way for it. She made it all the way there because she, and nobody talks about God. And then we got people that boast in that too. The reason I'm here is because I this, I that. But I'm here to tell you I'm only here by the grace of God. I didn't add up to it. I don't measure up to it. I still make mistakes. I still slip sometimes. But I fall 7 times. But the righteous God picks up 8. I mean, he still blesses me. So don't look or worship me, but look past me and see and worship the God. The grace of God that is over our life. And he needs you to be that billboard. Oh, God. He's got to shame the intelligence. He takes what's the scripture? He takes the foolish things of the world to make them wise. He takes what the world thinks they know and turns it on them so that it's not what the world thinks. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? You've been on the job for 2 years and you get promoted to something that they say everybody else had to be 6 years to get to that place. Well, I don't know, but the grace of God will take the things of the world and make them sound foolish. It may take you and everybody else 6 years, but somehow the grace of God worked in my favor and you got there quicker than... You can't get into that. You need a credit score of this, and somehow yours don't get to that. But somehow, some way, you were able to walk in it anyway. He takes the things of the world, and so he is in to show the world the grace of God, so the world can get out of this adding up system. And so he is in the business of letting the divine grace be revealed, and he needs your life to do that. You are his workmanship. You are his masterpiece. He takes your life to display it to the world to say, I'm telling you, the grace of God is still sitting on the throne.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
You hear what I'm saying? We look on the news and see all the wickedness and the craziness, and we love to see that and say, yeah, the hand is in the hands of the wicked one. We take that as a sign to speak of that. But God wants to take your life so they can talk more about the grace of God. When they see what's going on with your life, yet the grace of God is still alive. The Lord still sits on the throne. Somebody say, I'm standing by the divine grace of God.
I'm standing by the divine grace of God.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Almost done. The supreme purpose of God is to be recognized as God through the salvation of his people by grace alone. He uses grace to save people so that he may be recognized. Because if you were saved by your work, we wouldn't recognize God.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
So he uses saving people by grace to be recognized
Yes, Lord.
as God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Are you hearing
Thank
me?
you, Jesus. Yes.
You know, there was a story in John where the man was blind, and the disciples say, who sinned that this man is blind from birth? Was it his parents? Was it him? And Jesus answered and said, neither had this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. Manifest means broadcasted.
Amen.
Who sinned that this man was blind? Neither him nor his parents, but he was blind so that the work of God may be manifested. So that when the people see him get his sight back, when they see the grace of God that comes on him, they'll open their eyes and say, there has to be a God.